Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to cover the monumental news in the Bitcoin space, and that is Donald Trump making a speech at the Nashville Bitcoin conference in 2024. Uh, Trump has become more bought into cryptocurrency. I don't know if that is because he's taken a lot of donations in crypto and that is now getting more and more and more valuable for his campaign. It also appeals to a lot of people who are very pro the crypto space, very pro capitalism, and have a lot of Bitcoin sitting in their bank accounts. So the more it goes to the moon, the better for them. But this is a bit of change of approach coming in the US. So Trump not only spoke at the Bitcoin conference, but actually stated a plan and ambition for the United States to lead the world in Bitcoin markets. We can see that the price actually climbed to about $70,000 today, which is pretty substantial. It has been higher than that, but it makes a good month where it was started the month at about $54,000, so up to 70 again, near in its all-time highs. The interesting thing with this is there seems to be a bit of a plan, though. So Trump, going on his old rhetoric, really does not want China to dominate the crypto space. So he's taken out a plan to prevent China from taking over, and in this case, really to stop the current democratic view, which is crypto assets. Should be heavily regulated. So, really, really big news following the SEC's approval of both a Bitcoin and an Ethereum ETF in the past year. Big, big moves for Bitcoin. Uh, that isn't an isolated event though. So, if we come across and look at the article here, we can see that Robert Kennedy Jr. also has big plans in the crypto space. So this means two of the three presidential nominees this year are now starting to actively talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The cooler thing here with the Kennedy one is he has policy led proposals. So if you can see, he's looking at backing the dollar with assets such as gold, such as silver, and also Bitcoin now as a digital asset. So for people who have been following, the US dollar's value is being called into question globally. Some saying it's completely disintegrating, inflation hasn't been good for it, and nations in the BRICS states, so Brazil, Russia, India, China, are looking at creating their own digital currency. Um, this is causing problems, and people want to bring value back to the US dollar. So Kennedy has talked about issuing a very small amount, perhaps 1% of T bills, would be backed by digital currencies or gold. Now, might not sound like a huge thing, but last year the US government's debt was about 32.65 trillion, and so 1% of that in treasury bills is $240 billion. So if they were to buy $240 billion annually, this would be a massive, massive move to the Bitcoin price. So at the current state, we can see here that Bitcoin is trading at the region of what, $67,000, but the total market cap is 1.3 trillion. So 240 billion a year guaranteed income coming in from the United States government would massively increase the market cap of Bitcoin. It's about like what, in around 20% of that, just roughly going off it. And if you were to, haven't done some maths, if you were to add that amount of market cap, then the current price of Bitcoin would go up to about 77,000 USD just with the US government adding it in. And 1% a year would mean this would be consistently going in. So the market cap would continue to grow at a vast rate. That's not even to think that that's only the United States. So what Trump had said there was to prevent China. But what Bitcoin maximalists have been saying for years is that we will soon see a time where central banks and governments buy Bitcoin to stabilize the economy. And this is the first time we're looking at it. And it's not even El Salvador who've been trying this now. We're talking about the United States. And so if they do it, there will be no doubt that other nations will also buy in. So if we consider ETFs like BlackRock, Fidelity have come onto the market and bought a lot of Bitcoin. There's a fixed supply of 21 million. And now we've got central governments and banks talking about buying the remainder. This is a really, really promising price moving action for Bitcoin. Um, Kathy Wood has said she thinks it will go to 1.5 million by 2030. There's hysteria around Bitcoin pricing anyway. When it goes up, it really could go parabolic. I don't want to put a number on it, but I really now start to think with this kind of news, entering the 100,000s per coin seems almost baked in. Um, and really, I think the only option for me here is I'm going to have to accumulate more because I really can't afford to miss this. I wish I'd bought it in 2012 when I knew about it, but the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best day is today. So I am going to start adding more Bitcoin to my portfolio and hopefully ride this wave. Um, if you thought this was a useful video, you want to hear more content around this, please like and subscribe. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think Bitcoin is actually going to go to. I'd love to hear from some like-minded people in the community. Thanks for watching, guys.